show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this in all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish in it. I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fully up the Scottish ring. Rock up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing. And it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block the hit. Cause someday, something comes along. Someone to tell me I'm somewhere doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody there, someone, somebody there. One day will be the love of my life, love of my life. But not tonight though. I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent. And I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no this strong. So you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go, I got a flight up in the morning on someday, something comes along. Someone to tell me I'm somewhere doing alright, doing alright. Somewhere, somebody there, someone, somebody there. One day I'll be the love of my life, love of my life. But not tonight though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He tryna catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He tryna stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I promise to pay.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hold in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. Send me
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we'll see a team that can get it done on the ground. The Packers are top 10 in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Cowboys team that wants to keep the running game in check. With that, let's get you up to Green Bay, Wisconsin, where we welcome in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL, there's a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. A gain of 3, second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now Wilson on second down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well, and most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And Tate's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Wilson dumps it off to Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run here. This is James Starks. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Todd Gurley unable to get it past the line. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Third down and 3. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. The play fake for Elliott. Now Romo. He'll rifle this one. He's got him in. Complete. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
Now Tony Romo on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a gain of 5. And it's a second down. Here's the offense, and I don't know what more you can say at this point in his career about Jason Witten.
You just give him full respect. This is a guy who knows how to do everything on the football field. Not just catch the ball, but huge in the run game with his blocking at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, Elliott. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Let's go.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. 3rd and 2, it's Romo. Complete to Jason Witten. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
And another reception by Jason Witten. All reliable for Tony Romo. You know what they say, partner. Once you get your first 1,000 catches, it's all gravy after that.
Yeah, one of 2 tight ends. He and Tony Gonzalez in the 1,000-catch club in the tight end department. Now a first down throw. Romo. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Kenny Brent high in the air to bring it in. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And the defensive there, that was a battle. He just made a really nice play.
A really nice play, making sure his body position was correct. And how about the throw? Zipped it in there.
And it results in the touchdown. Romo going to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Now it's Barner. So he shifts past him. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They come out here in the I. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Fielded just inside the 30. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Romo. And he fires one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
19.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket. But that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. On 3rd down, Wilson. Complete. Starks on the screen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They come out here in the I. Wilson on the keeper. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Big jumbo! Big jumbo! There. Zero. Zebra.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd down following the run. Again they run with Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Brandon Carr there to make the stop.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. Left side here, it's Graham. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson, and he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the 2. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Romo now on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move it. Sat there waiting for him and made the play. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will find his man. It's Kenny Brett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
Romo hands to Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On second down, here's Romo. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And it is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. So the D-line's going to spread out. On second down, here's Wilson. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. Fresh set of downs here.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now it's Gurley, and he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Wilson on second down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers that have to get out and vacate. You got the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Wilson. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now they're in the hurry-up.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
14, got it. 9, 15. Alert. Spot that.
On second down, Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And now it's third down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Crosby puts it through, and with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Gives to Elliott, and there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and that brings up fourth down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
This is taken around the 12. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up the play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Jacob Shum now. as he'll kick it away for the second time.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Another carry for the rookie Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Romo on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 4th and 3.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the 1st down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to go for it. It's Romo surveying the field. He's got his man. It's Williams. That'll be a gain of 16. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, David Harris. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Easy.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Offense faces a 3rd and medium with 6 yards left.
Tempo.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On second down, here's Romo. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch him close to the spot. Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
This is Elliott, and he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Can play coverage or bring pressure.
Back to throw, Romo. And now for the third time, Romo intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They go play action now. Wilson rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. From the gun on third down, Wilson flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for James Starks out of the backfield. And it brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Jacob Shum now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down is Romo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, Romo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Alfred Morris that time. That'll bring up second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. On 2nd and 10, Romo. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
Come out here in the eye. They'll run it now with Juszczyk. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
23 yards on the play. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On second down, here's Wilson. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nick Fairley breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Now Ryan Matthews in the game. He gets the call here. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Ryan Matthews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Whitehead, the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Josh Bush. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Three receivers to the left, one to the right. After the interception, here's Wilson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. On second down, Wilson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. On 3rd down, Wilson. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning. And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. On 2nd and 10, Romo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Here's Romo. Complete to Jason Witten. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolve, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. Back to the air they go. Romo on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to Romo as he goes down. Nick Perry coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. 3rd and long here. It's Romo. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 380. Hey.
Wilson wants to throw it. It's the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Big jumbo. What? 280. 14, funny.
Throwing now is Wilson. And Nelson's got it here right side. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Wilson to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. This will be fielded at the 17. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And they take a knee. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.